Natasha.
Debbie.
The show.
We know you said it with us.
We hope you said it with us.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Natasha and Debbie show, or as we like to say, Natasha Plays with Her Hair show.
Was that in the frame? You probably said hi right before I was
Probably
done.
right as you were
I'm
fixing.
trying to stop doing that. I know it's annoying a lot of people, but I'm not used to it. It's been a while since I've had hair.
That's right, and it's looking great.
Mm.
But it is something to get used to.
Yep.
And another thing to get used to, hit that like button.
Yeah,
It needs some love.
It's been neglected, guys. It's sitting there all by its little self like, no one loves me. It's like begging to just be touched.
Yeah, I'd say nobody likes me. That's why I'm a like button.
I'll leave
So-
alone what I just said there.
Right.
And if you wouldn't mind, consider subscribing to the channel. We'd appreciate it. So
It's absolutely free.
that's something she had to say.
I did. I had
It's
to
in
stick
our-
that in there.
Yeah, that's a fact. So we've done a couple videos watching Liam Brown walk these amazing walks in the UK, coast to coast, the entirety from Scotland down to the bottom of England.
Yes.
That
That was an amazing video.
oh gosh, all of them are. But through you guys in the comments, we found out a while back that he was in the British Army, of course,
Mhm.
and how cool. So we may be past our prime and in the wrong country. However, today's episode is something that I've been wanting to watch for a long time. And what is that called, babe?
We're going to find out how to join the British Army,
Not
everything
how to
you
join
need
it.
to know. Joining the British Army and everything you need to know, even though
we old.
we are way too old
We old.
to join any army.
Mm,
but
the Senior Citizen
still.
Club.
Right.
I'm not a senior citizen.
I wonder if they have a
You're
senior
not either.
army.
A what?
I wonder if there's a senior army.
Okay. I'm not a senior citizen, and neither are you. So we're not. We're old. We old. Yeah. Anyway, but we've had so much really amazing things we've watched here on the channel, learning about the British military in general and other allied militaries as well. But I know nothing about joining the British Army, and I thought, hey, this is the Natasha and Debbie show. Instead of watching this on my own, we'll watch this with you guys, and maybe some of you will join. Probably not, but I don't have any idea what that means.
And if you're in the service, let us know if this was similar to your experience.
True. And also, if you're watching and you are in the service, as always, thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you for your service.
Okay, so you're here for tips and just an overview of joining the British Army. You need some information about it, and I'll give you like my background basically. So when I was joining in 2015, just before I joined, I was looking all over YouTube and stuff for videos about what happened in basic training, like phase 1. So I'll give you my personal accounts of like what actually happened, and I'll give you some tips and tricks just to help you before you join. So I've got my laptop right down there, and it says on the actual British Army website, from like week 1 to 7 and week 7 to 14, you do 14 weeks of basic training, and it gives you like week by week what you'll do that week. So I'll give you my personal account first, and then I'll go what the British Army tells you might do on the website.
If anyone's wondering, I forgot to mention this at the beginning. This is 9 years old, this video is. So just thought I'd throw that out there. This is neat though, to have that ability to look up if like again, like you said, if someone is looking to join and you would like, I would want to know before I sign up for
what's
anything.
involved?
Heck,
What
I
am I
want
getting
to know.
myself into?
I want to know that before I put my email to somebody. Like, hey, give me a video on what's going to happen here, right? No, but in all seriousness, I think this is really quite awesome of time to make this video.
Okay, so week 1, for me it was, you get your kit issued. It was the first day. You get used to like your bed, like you fold your bed, you iron your bed, all the sheets. Like that is the first weird thing. You have to get used to it. The second day, you get your kit issued, and you start doing all that kit admin. You'll get used to it, like ironing kit, folding, polishing boots, everything like that. As well as getting all like your beret. So I've got my beret right now. It's like this. It's basically a hat. And you have to like mold it with water, in hot water and cold water.
Really?
And it's just a pain. So that takes a bit getting used to. Yeah, so you go through like admin, and then as soon as you get there, it's like values and standards. Like they'll get drilled into you. So that's what they're called, C drills. I'll give you what they stand for, but it's like courage, discipline, respect, integrity, loyalty, and then selfless commitment. They're like the 6 kind of rules you have to go by day as a British soldier. So you'll learn about it when you go there, but if you know before, that'll help you. So C drills: courage, discipline, respect for others, integrity, loyalty, selfless commitment. If you have that,
Like that.
they'll be really impressed. So there's one. And then you go on like an icebreaker. Basically, you stand up in front of like 40 people and just give a minute speech about yourself, what you do, what you enjoy, why you join the army,
like that.
etc. So if you write that up, they'll be impressed as well. So have one already made, like a funny story that goes down well. So week 2, weapons training, BCD, which is battlefield casualty drills, and then you get like, it says here, navigation, so map nav. You learn map reading, coordinate.
Sorry, I got distracted by the what looks like kangaroo badge on his sleeve there.
I did not even notice that.
See,
Thanks for pointing
usually
that
you
out.
notice stuff like this, and I don't. So I was sitting there going, Debbie's already thinking it.
I'm thinking about how much they an entire week on like weapons
Oh, I'm not surprised. I was sure.
Really
I would
get
be
you
certain that's
to-
longer than just
to
a
know
week.
it, remember it.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna be longer than that, I think. What is that? Maybe he'll
Yeah,
mention it. Maybe he won't. I don't know. Let us know.
that is interesting.
It looks like a kangaroo. Pretty sure it is.
What if it's not a kangaroo?
What else could it be? A giant rabbit with a big tail?
Could be.
This is fascinating, though.
Get like, it says here, navigation, so map nav. You learn map reading,
No,
coordinates,
I would fail at
etc.
this.
Yeah, that sounds right. Sounds about right. So this is like 2 years ago now, and it's still the same roughly. Week 3, weapon firing. Like you do your drills, like weapon drills and stuff. So it takes a lot of getting used to that. Does actually. So within like the 4 weeks you're there, the first 4 weeks you're just pure weapon drill.
Yeah, my dad was a Marine, and some of you know that from watching the show here, and he was a sharpshooter in the Marines too. That's all you do is weapons training pretty much the entire time you're there, right?
Well, yeah, I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, you
That's
gotta know what you're doing,
what you're there
right?
for.
Yeah.
Like that's because you're trained in the army as like an infantryman first, or rifleman, and then you're trained afterwards. So whatever it will be. What else? So what I missed out was each day you will do PT, whether it's like a run, like
I would also feel
cardio
that.
session, high intensity, like in the gym,
He'll learn to
etc.
hate these guys.
You
I'm
do
sure
it
he
every
will.
day. So physical fitness is a must. Make sure you're like the highest physical fitness you've ever been in your life before joining, and it'll
I
help you a
was
long
6.
way, like through training as well.
Then they'll take you to another level.
Yeah. When were you at your highest physical fitness peak? I was 6. How about you guys?
6.
Yeah, at 6. Maybe my prime was maybe closer to 7. I want to say I peaked at 6, though.
Huh.
I think I peaked at 6, physically, fitness-wise. Let me know in the
I
comments.
don't know. You had some nice arm muscles
Had. No longer.
not so long ago.
before joining, and it'll help you a long way, like through training as well. So first aid test as well. So casualty drills, the battlefield casualty drills, you'll learn that for the first 2 or 3 weeks as well, and then you'll have a test on the 4th week about it. So that is like it's another one they love. It's like a must. You must know. Exercise first step. So week 5 I'm on to now. So it's called exercise first step. So you have 2 nights in the field. This is what we did. I think it was 3 for us, but and then so on the 3rd night, you like it's pitch black, and you go out. You set off on your own. You have a map, a compass, you have a torch, and you set off and you have to find like locations. So it puts into like test what you've learned on MapNav.
Wait.
We're both reaching down.
On 3, see if we're going to say the same thing. 1, 2, 3. So not with the group? You said nothing.
Because I didn't think we were going to say the same thing. I was going to say, that would be a real challenge. Put all your knowledge to the
I
test
think it's great.
to see if you make it. And
I
that
think it's
is
great.
wonderful
Yeah.
to
I
do
think-
those drills like that.
Yeah, that's awesome. I never been in our military, so I have no idea what we do.
Mhm.
Any American military guys watching or women, let us know if this is very similar, very different. I have no clue. I wouldn't imagine it's terribly different.
Yeah, I wouldn't think so.
But I would have thought that would have been with a group at
Mhm.
first. Like start off with a group, then do it on your own.
Yeah, like the whole group has to navigate their way.
I mean, I'd be asking,
Right.
can I get a buddy to go with me first?
I
This is also why I never joined the military because I knew it would never make it.
think it's good too for the individual skills to,
Absolutely.
if somehow you end up at war and need that knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Locations, so it puts into like test what you've learned on MapNav. So if you can already read a map before joining, even better.
I cannot.
Nope.
Not at
So
all.
live firing. So you onto week 6 now. So you go onto an actual range with live bullets. So it gets completely.
Oh, it's 6
you've never
weeks
experienced
after
it
that.
before.
That's-
If you
okay,
if
I
you
thought
shot
that was
before,
one
then
the
you'll be
whole
okay. But for me personally, I never actually experienced that. Then so from week 3 to 6, I think what we did was like a practice drill. So when you march or whatever, that's another thing getting used to. Like army life, the transition from civilian life to army life is just so mad.
I bet.
You can't explain it until you actually do it. So week 6, like I said, live firing. Then you have your drill test, which is the day, because from week 1 to 6, you're at like the camp. You have no contact really from the home. Then you can go back for a long weekend. On week 6 it was for 2 days. So your families come, they watch you. You pass a drill test you have to pass, otherwise you get kicked out. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, that was another one. That's a nerve-wracking moment. The first
I would
nerve-wracking
think that would
moment for me.
I think it's easy.
And
He said.
then you go long weekend. It's great just to be home. And you go back, so you're refreshed. You're ready for the next 7 weeks. So week 7, you go high wires. It's like confidence tests, getting used to all your friends you've just made, like because you come so close. Like even though you don't know them on the first day, you're constantly with them. Like I'd say 18 hours of the day with your section or your like platoon, etc. So, and then week 7 is exercise halfway. Excuse me. 4 days, 3 nights in the field, which is called exercise halfway, and you practice what you've been learned.
With a
What
group.
we did on week 8 was
It sounds like that one's a group.
you start practicing weapon drill. I think it was. Let's see what it says on the British Army website. Or 44 press-ups, 54 sit-ups, and
Nope.
a mile and a half running under 10 minutes 30. And that's the assessment. Like you have
Okay.
to pass that to get through phase 1. So you do that in week 8. So you're doing it I think it's every 4 weeks. So week 1, week 4, week 8, week 12, and then the final week as well, like week 14. I think you do one just to see how far you've come.
Okay.
And there's like
That's pretty neat that you space it out so you can see that you're actually progressing and that continuing all that extra hard work and sweat is paying off.
Mhm. It's
Wow,
also-
this is
it's a lot.
intense.
It is. It's also really just great to hear this. He's
Mhm.
very knowledgeable and good at explaining these things for everybody.
Yeah.
there's so many people like who I knew who would get in like when they first came, they had like a run time of 13 minutes and they got it down to about 9. So not 4 minutes
Wow.
off that time, just in
Good for them.
12, 13 weeks. It was brilliant. So I keep stressing it, but if you're fit, you'll go through with flying colours. And if you're strong-minded, they'll love you. So yeah, that's week 8. Navigation, so more map reading. Fitness training again.
Good at that.
Exercise Valiant Spirit. Never heard of that, that must be new. So it's a realities of war trip. So basically what I did, I went to Belgium. I got the ferry to Dover, from Dover to Calais, and then a bus trip to Belgium. And I went to, what's it called? Ypres, it's called, in Belgium. And there's like a massive monument, like statue of 60,000 names on a massive wall of people who've died in the Great War,
Wow.
like World War One.
Wow.
And you go in like trenches in World War One. It's brilliant.
Oh wow.
Wish I had more. I'm sure I have pictures, so if I can get them, I'll put them like on the screen right now.
That would be
So
incredible.
that's cool. That's something like I will always remember.
Oh yeah, you will.
Yeah,
Week
you
9, range week and live firing assessments. So you have your, I forgot what it's called, ACMT. So it's like annual. I don't know. ACMT, that's what it's called. So basically, you fire on a range, and you have to hit like 40 2 targets out 50. Anything below it's a fail. So from like 300 meters, like 100, 200, 300, like on prone, like laying down, like standing up, or like kneeling and then standing up. So that's cool. Once you pass that, you feel like a G. You feel so good. And if you hit every target, or if you get over 44, I think you get marksman. So
Nice.
Hey, if it were 44, I'm a marksman. Sorry.
or if you get over 44, I think you get marksman. So
Well, that's neat.
when you're passing out parade, which is like the final day,
Okay.
you get like
What if
a
you get 'em all?
gun, or 2 guns crossed,
Well, that
2
would be
rifles
over
crossed, I should
44.
say,
I just wonder if you get more.
and just shows you've got marksman when you're shooting. Okay, so week 10, soldier development week, adventure training. What I did, I went away in Brecon Beacons for like, I think it's 6 or 7 days, and you go on like high wires, you run across mountains, you do like a 14-mile tab, which is a tactical advance to battle, which you're just basically marching with weight on your back, which is pretty cool. I went over, I forgot the mountain, I can't remember, but it's somewhere in
Welsh,
Wales,
I'm not
and
saying
it's
that.
like such a huge mountain. We got over it, like 10 of us, so that was pretty cool. But I'd honestly advise to get like a GoPro or something. Like I wish I had one in phase 1, because I'd love to look
can
back
use that?
now and just look at it. It was such a good time.
I think they'd
thinking
let you do that.
Yeah, I wouldn't
So-
think so, but
that was week 10. Week 11 for me was, I think it was another exercise. I think it was like a 4-day exercise, 5-day exercise. But it says here, field craft test day. So you get tested on your, how good you are in the field, like if you can look after yourself, keep yourself warm or keep yourself cool, make sure you're eating. Rifle, when you strip it down, you're learning how to clean it. Like you clean a rifle, that will become very repetitive. You'll hate that. And your CO's comp, basically the commanding officer of the camp. So you have each section, you have 10 people in a section, and each section, there's probably about 20 sections maybe. That they face off against each other, and whoever comes first gets like a prize, etc. I think I came like 3rd in my section,
Wow.
like 10 of us, which is cool. So you do like, you're carrying a person for like 2 miles,
Nope.
like between
amazing,
4 of
yeah.
yous, so you keep changing over.
I just have to say this. You know, one of the reasons why we give so much love and respect to the military is because of everything he's saying, everything that they do, you know, to be able to do the job, and how much work they put themselves through mentally, physically, right?
Yep.
Emotionally, you know, not being around your family, your friends. You make new friends, you make new family, right? But at the same time, it's so much work. And he's really laying this out very clearly, very cleanly, and very easy to understand. And also, it's I'm sitting there going no, because I know my limitations, especially now, right? But it's just amazing and impressive how much work that they put into it. So again, in the comments, if you have served, let us know. Was it easy for you, or was it not? You know, and what was easy? Maybe what was more complicated, and how has it
Right.
changed? There's a lot of questions I'd love to know the answers to. It's a lot. If you can, one of them would be great.
Like between 4 of yous, so you keep changing over. Log carry, like a shooting
Log
test,
carry.
etc.
Log
So whoever
carry.
gets the highest score wins, which is really cool. And then you'll get a phase 2 visit in, that was week 11. So if you didn't know already, I'm a chef. So I went to Worthy Down
I didn't know he was a chef.
to the catering
Didn't know
school,
that either.
which is pretty cool. You got to look around for like 2 days. So what you might actually be doing in your phase 2 training. So for me, that was a good insight. Week 12 is your final exercise. So I think it's 6 days in the field. It's called Final Fling, and everything you've learned up until now, you put it into practice. And your section commanders, like your corporals or whatever, they don't help. They just let you get on, you and your section get on, and see if you're working well as a team, etc.
Good idea.
So that is really good. So once you pass that, you're absolutely knackered, you're
You're back.
hungry, you're just cold. Like, I can remember one time on Final Fling on Salisbury Plain, I was sitting in a puddle, no joke, about that deep. We were just drenched. It was raining for like 10 hours. straight,
Oh,
and we were out there.
Miserable.
When my rifle was wet, I was just sitting there contemplating life, looking at my mate. I don't know, who was it? I think it was Davis. Yeah, so yeah, this guy called Davis. I was just looking at him like, what am I doing here? So you do contemplate a lot, but once you finish, it's the greatest feeling ever. And then after that, you can speak to your family, etc.
That's good. It's a nice reward.
So yeah, that's week 12. It says it's 5 days in the field, but I think I did 6. And on that, you get like a map reading test again, all that stuff. So look forward to that. Week 13.
Look forward to it.
So CQB, so close quarter combat drills and stuff. So
Oh, wow.
basically you get a rifle sling, and the way you hold it normally is just like, it's quite loose. You got quite a lot of variation to move your rifle, but this is basically for like urban ops. So if you're going around a doorway and the sling, your rifle sling's quite tight to your chest, so you've got quick movement, etc. So yeah, you learn that. You do like a day on the range with that. That's pretty cool. You're firing like automatic, which you never get to do ever again. And you get like CBRN training, so chemical, biological, radiological, nuclear training. So like gas masks, respirators. You get suits and stuff, how to put them on.
It is incredible. The more he's talking, the
What you all
more
have to.
just all the details that you don't normally think of,
Yeah.
all the little, you got to learn this aspect and that aspect and
Mhm.
everything. And then to think, you volunteer for this, you sign up, you willingly go in and say, I want to join, I
Mhm.
want to go do this.
Yep.
It's incredible.
I'm sure why not just.
Respirators. You get suits and stuff, how to put them on. What signs, warnings, how to cure yourself, basically. Won't go into it. And then week 14 you get basically, so what is it? Week 8 or 9 you start weapon drill, which is the worst. Like drill on
Why?
foot without a weapon is, personally I don't like. But with a rifle, like you wouldn't think a rifle, it weighs probably like 4 kg maybe, which is not heavy. But if you're holding it like, I don't know if you can see me, if you're holding it like that for around an hour and a half, 2 hours, maybe 3,
Rough.
your arm, you'll have no blood left in it, it'll ache, you'll
Ooh,
drop your
yeah.
rifle maybe, some people faint, like it's mad, especially if it's raining, which it was on my parade.
Of course.
So yeah, you'll learn that from week 8 until your final pass out parade, which
Muscle
is on the last
atrophy.
day. You're standing and all your family, friends are there, and it's probably the greatest day of your life, unless you've had a really, really good day. But for me it was, because you pass out, like, you achieve what you wanted to achieve. And it's
Right.
done, and you go into phase 2. So I hope that was helpful. If I could give you some advice, first thing would be get in the best shape of your life before
so
joining.
Perfect.
Have
advice
a
there.
good mental attitude, positive. Don't let anyone bring you down while you're in there. Just keep going, focus on the end goal. The final one is just be yourself. They'll see through you if you're trying to be a different person, so you get stripped down to your bare bones, like I was just gonna say. You'll be just a human, that's all you'll be. Like you don't have this personality. After going in there, you come out with just like a totally new aspect to life, and it's great. So hope it was helpful.
Well, I think that was incredibly informative, and
Definitely.
I have such respect for him as a person in general. But what he said at the end, though, too, like that I knew from my family, and my dad talked about that a lot. You know, you get stripped down to just being a human. I think he worded that better than I've ever heard it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like your personality is kind of new.
Yep.
And he said it was a beautiful thing, or he loved it, or whatever it was. And I'm like, I know some people who wouldn't agree with that have been in.
All right.
And it's just it's so much mentality. I think your mind is put through a lot of things too, but you have to lose that part of yourself to become one in the machine that is the military, right?
Well, yeah, you have to stop thinking about yourself and think about your team. You're,
Mm-hmm. I mean, that part I would be really hard trying for myself alone, but then you add in all the physical stuff too. It's a lot, and I just have such respect for everyone again that served and currently is, and you know, Liam really did a really good job there, and I think that video is probably in the last 9 years probably helped a lot of young men and women out wanting to know, you know, what should I expect? Because that's such a good idea. And like he said, I'm actually I didn't mention this in the description of the video. He said everything he said there was on the British Army website anyway, so very
Right.
helpful. But what
Like
a,
going into a little bit more detail, I'm sure it helps people that are looking to join and what they
Mhm.
might be faced with.
and hearing it from someone who's done it, right? Like,
Mhm.
you know, that's really helpful. I kind of think makes you go, oh, okay. But hey, I really enjoyed Liam. If you guys enjoyed just learning about that at all, which I don't know why you wouldn't, please
Mhm.
consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. We'd appreciate it. We'll see you on the next episode, guys. So until then, and as always, please love like Jess.
Be as strong as Tyson.
Bye.
Bye.